What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome back for FICSMAS Day 11. I did a little bit of work on the turbo fuel setup that I kept talking about. Came over here to the coast and got the refinery set up, got the extractors. I've got some more plastic production. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test something out. I'm gonna put down another drone port over here, and I'm gonna see if I can get a drone here and have it go to this port in addition to the drone that's already on this port. Because I'm kind of curious if one drone can go to two different ports for like a home port. But anyway, one thing I'll need to do is I'll need to actually get this turbo fuel set up in a packager. So I think I need to package the fuel in order to get it set up. But we're producing plastic over here, so that's one of the reasons why I'd like to get the drone set up here. So anyway, let's get into this. We'll head back to the base eventually and do the whole thing. Oh, I this is how I did the lines and stuff like that. Got silver coming from one of those nodes over there. I don't have it set up on a radar, but it's like one that's, I think, right here. I don't know. And then I've got this coal line, this pure coal line brought in over here as well. So those are all just belted over, crazy long belts that go through the sea. And then, yeah, obviously those are getting fed into these the assemblers. I've got them all overclocked for 62.5. And, yeah, that's just kind of throwing the coal out this way. I think these are all set up with the right ratios and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's kind of doing its thing. We've got one overclocked extractor, which is pulling out the 600. That's going into this little buffer, which that's going to be equalized. You don't need that buffer. I just set that up to have some place for this to initially go while I set all this up. And then I've got that going into overclocked refineries for fuel. This is 150 for each of these for a total of 600. So that should be 100% efficient. From there, I've got the resin obviously getting pulled, and that's getting brought in over here. These are all overclocked, so they're kind of doing whatever they're doing. Those are then producing the plastic, which is obviously going into storage over here, which I'll have to still set up the sink for that. But anyway, from there, the fuel is then getting brought into these other refineries, which is then accepting the compacted coal that we are producing in those 6 machines over there. And I've got it linked up to 12 refineries producing 37.5 turbo fuel a minute. So, yeah. I don't know if it's 100% efficient yet. I think we'll have to get some of these lines kind of taken care of, because, yeah, the fuel is... It's a little bit backed up here as far as what we've got. Anyway, I've got this set up over here just to kind of do that. One thing I might have to do is set some of these on idle for a moment, but anyway. So yeah, I've got the 12 refineries over here. Hang on, let me get my calculator. They're doing 45 fuel, which is 540 that it requires for the fuel usage. Yeah, these are all at 45. And these are producing 100 per minute. Is that right? 100 per minute? So that's 400. I believe it's 400. I think these are all set up the same way. So these are producing 400 fuel per minute, which means that these are actually accepting too much. So what would that be? Let's see, 400 divided by 12. That'd be 33.3 repeating. So I should actually turn these down a bit on the fuel requirements in order for it to be all good. So let's go 32.85, and that's going to give me 27 turbo fuel. Okay, that's not too bad. So I think I can copy these settings, and we can apply these. Yeah. Okay, so these should all be accepting that amount. Okay, that's good. They're all going to be idle for a little bit anyway, because our storage is probably full. Yeah, so still need to figure out what I'm going to do with all those. But anyway, hopefully now the fuel should properly catch up and not have discrepancies here. And that's filling up just fine. Good. Good. And those look like they're filling. If I pause production, it ends up with not accepting the fuel, so anyway. Right. These pipe segments are going to take a while to fill up, too. So anyway, we'll just let this kind of sit and do its thing. But as far as what I want to do with all this is concerned, I would like to have a multi-story, like, fuel generator setup. So let's see, we're doing 27.375 times 12. That's 328.5. Let's just call it 328. So that's 328, and I think that fuel generators take, what is it, 7.5, I think, for this? Yeah, it's 7.5. I don't know if this ends up getting overclocked, because I haven't really overclocked fuel generators yet. So let's try. So if I do that, power that up, what happens if I overclock this? How much fuel is that going to take? 18.75. Okay, so 328 divided by 18.75 is 17.49. So we could call that 17 if I'm going to overclock them all, which I don't even know if I have enough shards for that, to be honest. Let's just call it 17 for now. How many shards do I even have right now? I've only got 44. That is not enough. It's not enough. But we can deal with it. That's going to be fine. So I'm actually going to take one of these and just get ready to copy it over. Alright. Now then, how do I want to do this? 17 of these is going to take up a decent amount of room. Let's go ahead and extend this out slightly. You know, I know I've been doing a lot more stuff off camera, but I don't know, it's just sometimes I get into the moods. Sometimes I get in the mood when I play, and it just kind of it takes me over. I gotta keep playing. So I know that might be annoying to some people that are watching this, and if that is the case and that does bother you, I'm sorry. But you know, sometimes I just gotta play. Okay, let's move some of this down. just put this, I don't know, here. Okay, how do we want to do this? First, let's put some walls in here. Basic walls for now. Excuse me. Rude. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty well myself. Got off work a little bit ago. Pretty much the first thing that I wanted to do was start recording. So that's what I did. Haven't even had lunch yet. That's okay though. We'll probably go ahead and put in a actual wall hole thing there. Okay, how tall is this going to be, huh? At least that tall. Might even go taller, I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know if you want to see these types of episodes where I just build, like, these basic things. It's not really a production line or anything. But, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Thankfully, we've got enough concrete and stuff like that saved up. I think one thing I would like to do is potentially feed the turbo fuel into a water tower type of thing. I guess it would be a turbo fuel tower. So have it be above where I'm going to do the generators. I also don't know how many stories I'm going to go as far as the generators are concerned. 17 isn't exactly a great divisible number here. I suppose I could just call it 16. I don't know. We'll see. Right now I'm not really starving for power. I'm just getting really close to it. Close enough that I wanted to do something about it, so I decided to set this whole project up. We don't really have anything crazy going on for FICSMAS yet until, what is it, the 14th anyway? So this is the time when we can actually start working on some of these other projects, you know? I tell you, this hover pack is so useful. Overlap with this wall? A little bit. Enough that I don't care. Gonna have to delete that conveyor line eventually. Oh, look at that. We actually ran out of iron plates. Fun. You know, I don't think that's actually happened yet to me. What do we need for these? We do need iron plates for those. Okay, so we'll just kind of not worry about that right now. Okay, what do we need for the foundations? Of course we need iron plates. Okay. Well, it is what it is. We'll just have to wait for that to slowly but surely come back. How are we looking on power right now? Not amazing, considering our max consumption is way above our capacity right now. So it's getting close. It's getting pretty close. So yeah, we'll have to figure out exactly how many of these will fit in this thing. How many spaces does this take up? So it's a 3x3 section, huh? For 17 of those, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can set 4 across in this. So, I mean, we can fit them all on this floor, I'm thinking. It's like I didn't want to just extend over, you know, horizontally. I wanted to go at least a little bit vertical with this one. So, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if that's a good idea or not. I guess while we're waiting for the things to get all set up, we could head over and do some other stuff. Look at this. It's all stalled. And whatever. Okay. What do we need for drone ports? We can set up our drone port. How do I want this to go? Could have it like right here. You know, I should probably set up the recycling dealy-do first, right? What did we need for the empty containers? Yeah, it's just in a constructor, so that's pretty easy. Okay. Not too bad, I think. So, I think I've got a little bit of room over here we could utilize for that. I think I'm only going to need one of these machines. So, let's just, I don't know, put it over here. You to make empty canisters. Okay. And I might as well make a separate line for that. Okay, so that should be more than enough canisters for what we need. Constructs them pretty quickly. So that's not too bad. Now I gotta get some of the I gotta get a packager set up. Yeah, okay. Actually, let's just put it all right here. I was thinking about taking the empty canisters and moving them outside of here, but let's just compact it down here. Okay, so packager. We can have it be like in the same place that we had the constructor. Yeah, I guess that works. So then we just need to get the fuel over here, which we've already got. And how do I want to transport the fuel over there? We're not going to need a whole lot. Just a little bit. Right in the center. If that will even fit. I don't know if I can actually get a pipe that size here. It's a little short, is the thing. I guess it works. Okay. Move this power pole, aren't I? Ah, that's good. Okay. That should be plenty, I think. We could even up this a little bit. Yeah, sure, why not? Should be producing 60? Yeah, 60, so that's fine. Alright. Much get a little bit saved up, not a lot. Okay, let's set up where we're going to have our drone port. Could just do it right here, I think. Sure. Rotterdam, The Hague. Now then, I want this drone port to pick up this plastic, so we're going to go ahead and set up probably a splitter on this. So, let's do that. Not a splitter. Alright, how do we want to do this? Just there's fine, I guess. I think I'm okay with it being a little bit elevated. Why not? Fuel. Okay. This can... Too steep. A little awkward. Let's do the plastic first. Stop that. Just barely clears it. Safe. Okay. So, this is gonna be plastic. I don't know, plastic coast. Sure. Okay, right. So then, how do we want to do this? Wire too long. So if I set this for main factory port, doesn't tell us the fuel usage just yet. Distance 2361. So let's see if this is going to work properly. So it's only going to use 27 fuel per trip. Rocket fuel is way more efficient than regular fuel. There it goes. And hopefully it won't have any issues with the fact that there's already a drone here. I mean, what I figured it would do is it's going to wait on standby for this drone to leave. It'll land and then it'll come back. We'll see. We'll see. How are we looking on power, by the way? Still okay for now. Barely. Let's get some more of these walls taken care of. Now, I will have to account for the fact that we are pulling turbo fuel now. For the packaging. It's not a constant pull, though, so it says 50 per minute, but I don't know. We'll see. I could always underclock by how many not refineries, fuel generators I need. I could just put down like 15 instead of 17. It's a better number to work with anyway. Okay. These don't necessarily need to be 2 meter foundations, but it is what it is. Okay, let's check the size for this, just to double check. Yeah, that looks good to me. Not going to be butted right up against each other. So there's going to be a little bit of spacing between them. It's not too bad, though. Alright. The next question is do I want to put all 15 on this one floor? Maybe. Maybe. I think what I'm gonna do is we'll extend this a little bit higher than these guys. We'll set up like a little tower that goes up above these. So this will be kind of like walled off like this. We can put in roofing here. And we can take this buffer and pretty much just go straight up with it in terms of how we'll set up that. Pipe situation is going to be fun to figure out too, how we're going to get that going. I don't anticipate too many problems with it, but we'll see. Looks good. Barely enough room. Barely. Alright. I guess we could have these facing this way. Doesn't need to face the other way. Alright, now the pipe. The pipe. Let's see. That's pretty close. This one is not lined up properly. There we go. Okay, just gotta set up the junctions. Once we set up the junctions properly, we'll be able to snip the ends of the pipes, so there's no issue with that. You don't have the little bit sticking out. That one was actually pretty close. Okay, well, those are hooked up that way. So now we gotta set up the right way that we're gonna drop the fuel down into the machines. And we could go from either direction, but where I kind of have this set up, I think we're going to go with... I think we're going to go from this direction. So let's go for... like, say there. 6 up. Ah, damn it. Okay. It's going to go all the way across. And then I think we're going to get this pipe to go straight down, and it's going to go along this wall. Is that how I want to do that? Maybe. I don't need to feed it all through the wall right here. I could do it and loop it around. So like I could feed it from this angle and then come in like this, and then come in like this and snake it around. But I kind of like the idea of feeding it along this route and kind of going that whole route. I don't know, I just like the idea of it. Let's see if it'll work, though. Alright. Horizontal to vertical. So you're going to go straight down that way. We'll go to, say, there. That. It's not lined up. Oh, come on. Come on. It's not lined up either. Blah. Alright, just one above the middle. Nope. It's gotta go up one more. You know what? Let's just, right there. I know there's a better way to do that. I know that. Now, I think actually what I should do is have this support be out slightly, because I don't think we're going to get a clean connection via this way. Like, if I put a junction here, I don't think it's going to be able to connect, because I think that's going to be too short. As far as what's allowed, anyway. Oh, or actually, no, it might connect. Okay. Yeah, we could work with that, I guess. So let's just feed this along, and that can terminate in there. I'm gonna laugh if this junction isn't actually technically connected. Okay. You can connect there. You can connect there. You can connect there. Now then, we could put a junction here, and if this works, great. If it doesn't, less great. Of course, this isn't going to line up properly. What's this? I hate how sometimes it doesn't want to connect to certain sections of pipe. That is awkward. Why are you kind of jutting off to the side like that? I don't like that. But you know what? Whatever. Okay, so we're gonna obviously need some pumps. Don't know how many pumps. Oh, seriously? It's not going to attach there? I have no idea if that's going to work. Guess we'll see. Yeah, it's getting some. Not much. Yeah, I mean, it's recognizing the fuel. So, it's doing something. Yeah, it's getting some fuel. Not a whole lot, but it's getting some. Okay, now this fill rate is starting to tick up. Okay, yeah, no, these pipes are definitely getting the correct amount. Okay, so this is draining pretty quickly. Should I disconnect this pipe and let this buffer fill first? I don't know if I should do that. It's go ahead and do that. Let's let this just fill. Yeah, it's getting stuff. Maybe I didn't need to worry about disconnecting that and filling the buffer first. So where did we run out of shards? These ones don't have them. What about you? Yes. 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 Okay, so it's just these last two that don't have all the shards necessary. We're getting there. Getting there. We don't need too many more. I think I've got some slugs. Potentially. Yeah, I've got some slugs. I've got enough for that. Okay, cool. This is slowly but surely filling. Ow. Okay, so what's with you? You've got a backup of fuel. Yeah, I mean, it's draining. I mean, I could always flush this, give the generators a place, or the refineries to actually, you know, do stuff. What else I'm gonna do with all this, I have no idea. Oh man, the drone port would have been cool up here, actually. Man, too bad I didn't think about that. I don't know. We'll try and figure out what else we're gonna do with all this. Something. Who knows? How'd this go, by the way? Yeah, looks like it's working. This drone's kind of dropping stuff off, I think. Do you have incoming? Would I even see the incoming? Great question. I have no idea. Anyway. Okay, let's hook up the buffer now. Yeah, that is definitely filling. Okay, well, we only have a few minutes left as far as what I can record, so let's go ahead and head back to the facility. I'll set all this up with power and stuff like that later on. But, hey, not too bad. You can see some of the belts that I set up, a lot of lifts. It's going through a section that I didn't really have a lot of fun running through. Ooh. Might even set up a hypertube cannon over here. Shouldn't take too long to get back to the base, though. We'll pull in the limestone from up there. When I had originally set up all those lines and stuff like that, I accidentally pulled limestone instead of the sulfur. I think I said limestone a second ago. But yeah, it's sulfur, not limestone. But yeah, I accidentally pulled limestone instead of sulfur originally, so that kind of messed up the line for a second. I fixed it, obviously, but yeah. All right. This is still doing its thing. Pretty much leaving it right to the last minute, but hey, let's unveil day 11 on the calendar here. Oh, hey, perfect. I needed those. How is that for timing? Alright, well, anyway, that's going to do it for that episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.